Today, I'm reviewing the demo of psychological horror game Chorus of Carcosa, which is available to play on Steam. You play as an anxious solitary sculptor who one night, when a blood-soaked neighbour knocks on his door, is forced to abandon his place of comfort as he tries to survive in an old ever-changing apartment filled with dangers and mysteries as he pushes through paralysing fear and psychosis. The story is heavily inspired by the iconic book The King in Yellow by R.W. Chambers and adapts its plunge into madness into a first-person survival video game. I thought it was a decent demo. The story was interesting and the atmosphere was well set. One thing I liked and thought was something you don't see often in horror games was the MC panicking. Throughout the demo, occasionally the protagonist would panic and freak out due to the environment around him, and even had a panic attack, which I found extremely realistic, since if any of us were put into a real life situation similar to his, then a lot of us would probably act the same way. Not many protagonists in horror games do talk, so it was nice to see his thoughts and how he felt during the game. I do always find horror games better with an expressive main character, since I just feel like they're a lot more immersive and we almost get to see a representation of how an actual person would react in a similar real life scenario. There was a stealth section where you had to sneak past the neighbour, which I found quite frustrating. It seemed like she knew where you were at all times, even if you tried to crouch or hold your breath, which as stealth mechanics should be a lot more effective. Her movements were also unpredictable, and a lot of the time she would head straight for you, practically trapping you in a corner with no way to get around her and inevitably dying. Despite being blind, she would follow your path perfectly. I was stuck on this for around 30 minutes and ready to give up, but luckily I completed this section with the demo shortly ending afterwards. I also noticed that the game doesn't run too well on high graphics, so I had to play on medium, which didn't affect my experience much, but the better the graphics are, the more people that would take an interest in it, so hopefully this is something they work on prior to the full release. The full game is set to release on the 20th of March.